U.S. police have so much extra gear, they're sending it to the Ukraine. Defund the police, people. They don't stop crime. They don't stop bullets. They're terrorists. Overfunded terrorists. Like, we need to reevaluate services that actually help society versus police, which, watching all these clips that are happening in Russia, could easily be the United States. Seeing cops beating protesters. Oh, yeah, just look at George Floyd. I mean, we're not seeing Russia gas their people. We're not seeing Russia shoot their people with rubber bullets. I mean, we are seeing people being escorted away as soon as they hold up any kind of sign in public. Like, I saw two today. One was, I think they're both women, but two people, separate people. One was holding up just a blank piece of paper, got taken away. And another one held up a small little index card, and written on it was the words, 2 words in Russian. At least that's what I was told in the caption. I may have said something else. But immediately as the card went up, got escorted away. In a somewhat civil manner. Right? Escorted away in a similar way that the police officers escorted out the people who invaded the Capitol building on January 6th. Right? You all seen the picture of the cop escorting the old lady down the stairs. It is a very similar fashion. Now, there have been videos of cops in Russia beating people with batons, but we saw that all over the place in the U.S. Like, seriously, the U.S. is not far different than Russia. We invade places. We overturn governments for our own profit constantly. It is the American way to invade and overturn countries and get different people in power in order to secure a deal for resources, whether it's mostly for gas. I mean, I believe the majority of this fighting for Ukraine is Russia to get the natural gas reserves that Ukraine has in its land. But yeah, the cops have so much, and it's kind of, I guess it's nice that the cops are at least sending it to the Ukraine people, because it would seem, I'm sure most police officers are similar to a lot of the conservative people that are super Putin-like simps. But yeah, you have so much extra stuff that you're just sending it over. You're just donating it. Like, we have teachers in this country that have to use their own money to buy school supplies for their children. But meanwhile, the police officers are so heavily funded that they have excess that they can just donate to war efforts that they probably don't even agree with. That's how fucking crazy this world is. So should I read this whole thing? Police departments around the U.S. are donating tactical gear to Ukraine, whose annual defense budget is smaller. Ukraine's defense budget is smaller than the NYPD's. The New York Police Department gets more money than the entire military organization for Ukraine. Fuck the United States. This is disgusting. Law enforcement agencies in several states have all announced in recent days that they're donating dozens of pieces of body armor, such as ballistic helmets and vests. Some of the departments and their respective local partners, one of which is a top defense contractor with U.S. and Ukraine government contracts, say the donations will be distributed to Ukrainian citizens under siege by Russian military. State law enforcement agencies in Colorado and Vermont both announced Wednesday that they were donating defensive equipment to Ukraine. Vermont Governor Phil Scott said the state's policing agencies were coordinating an effort to donate used and expired body armor, vests, to military units in Ukraine. And the Vermont State Police also encourage members of the public to donate their own body armor as long as it's rated level 3 or higher by the Department of Justice Research Arms, capable of protecting against some rifle rounds, in other words. Departments in Pennsylvania and New York have also announced donations. The U.S. police departments have gear capable of protecting people during a war is not surprising. Since 1997, the Pentagon has transferred billions of dollars worth of equipment, including small arms, aircraft, and tactical vehicles, to more than 8,000 U.S. law enforcement agencies throughout the 1,033 program and defense departments, defense logistics agencies, and law enforcement support office. But while it's not completely unheard of for police departments to donate tactical gear, in 2004, North Carolina police departments donated 1,500 bulletproof vests to a North Carolina National Guard unit that was deployed to Iraq. It doesn't appear to be unusual, particularly to donate the gear overseas. Honest to God, I have no idea how often this is done or who does it. Chuck Wexler, a leading police researcher who is services as the executive director of the police executive research forum, told Vice News in an email. Yeah. I mean, it's good that they do those things, but should they be in a position to have so many excess equipment to just donate it? Because that's stuff that they use against citizens of the United States, right? Like, they're sending war equipment to a war going on. Meanwhile, it normally would have been used in the United States to attack and terrorize the citizens of this country. Give them all of it. Give them all of the police tanks. Give them all the stuff. Let's reconfigure how we consider policing in this country, how we consider dealing with crime, how we consider dealing with mental illness in this country. But the cops are a big part of the industrial prison complex. Get people in those private prisons that are now competing with regular wages. You know, people can't make money in the real world, so, you know, lock them up into a prison, make money that way. It's disgusting. Everything's broken, but interesting that there's so much of it going around at police departments that they can get rid of it. We got so much. We get away with murder all the time. What do we need bulletproof vests? It's safer to be a cop than it is a delivery driver. In this country, more people die delivering food than cops do getting shot on the job. Meanwhile, if a delivery driver were to kill somebody, they would immediately be put in prison. But if you're a cop and you kill somebody, maybe you lose your job. Maybe you're on unpaid leave for a bit. Very rarely do they get put in prison, unless it's like the highest profile case. Like, only George Floyd's murder is a higher profile case, high enough profile case for the murderer to be justly imprisoned. You had to have like the entire world protesting the George Floyd murder for that piece of shit to be put in prison. Most of them just go about their day. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out.
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.